And we are live, folks. Live. Don't get seasick.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
What's cool?
The view.
Oh yeah, this is actually me out riding the bike. I'm doing like an 8-mile ride last Wednesday, I think, with this. In the morning, out riding the bike, kind of training.
Yeah.
10 minutes of riding a bike with the top of the helmet. My mom says I can't leave the house without a helmet, so I might as well ride a bike.
Well,
off it goes. My laptop's still restarting. Jeez. So usually I have the laptop going for some media, and it's
not being very nice to you right now.
Things wanted to do updates, and when updates don't go well, and those palm trees look like they're bending. You're gonna love that fisheye view. And going down the street with a bike lane. Look, I'm a responsible rider.
You're actually on a bike lane. What?
Most of the time, I actually went for about a 15-mile ride this evening, and I almost feel like a truck, and they threw out a beer can. That's one thing that got it on the film. That's trying to tick me off.
What? Someone threw a beer can at you?
Yeah, they just threw out. No, they threw a beer can out in front of me and then ran over it. He bounced out of the garage. That kind of got me. I'm like, what? We can't have nice things.
Nope.
This is part of my kind of regular commute. I'll go out to what's called the CV link, which you will see here in a minute. Okay, laptop finally restarted.
Oh, that's good.
Yay. You had 10 minutes. We've only got 8 minutes and 20 seconds to the start of the show. All right, let me see the comment. Who's watching. We know we don't have Maya.
What? You don't have Maya?
Maya messaged and said that she's not going to be home till like 11:30 tonight, Friday, and contacted Wendy Hodge to say if she could do her El Presidente duties of the Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Squad. She passed it off to Wendy. And Wendy's like, okay, I'll do it. But, I mean, Wendy's awesome like that. We've had her on the show more than a few times this year.
I know.
But, Maya, you're going to get the look. When you watch this show, you're getting the look.
I know, Maya. You cannot bail on us. What the heck is that?
We're doing our part. Our part
for Friday night. You're live, you're not going to show up. What the heck is that?
We got a deal.
It's not right.
Okay, let's see if things are synced up. I'm looking for the PowerPoint. Dude, come on.
Oh, no. Shoot.
What happened?
The dogs are going after the cat.
Again?
They do it all the time. I feel bad for him.
Did you say that Wicket kind of like brings it on sometimes?
Sometimes he does, but sometimes he really doesn't, and the dogs are just being, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is craziness.
Yeah, sometimes files don't sync over. This one's not going to sync over tonight to the laptop.
Oh, no.
Grr. Oh, well. I will just share some stuff with this.
I am so excited about this thing I'm doing. It's so cute.
We can't wait to show the folks.
Yes, I'm
that
excited.
Cool little thing.
I'm very excited to show everyone how cute this is.
Okay, let me do some fixing here and switch things over. Google Chrome. Narg.
Did they eat already?
No.
Huh? I thought they ate.
I'm live, okay?
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
And the rest of America.
And everyone in the world is listening right now.
Right now.
We're live from 9:50 until 11 for 4 years now, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
He's like, feels bad now because he should feel bad.
All right, let me do some copying over, get the laptop signed on. Now we got to do the share. Folks, if you're watching, share and sharing.
Share it because you care.
Ha ha ha.
Share because you care.
Carrie, Sherry. That's me on the CD link where I'm doing a little turn. All right, goes along the wash. That trail actually by January when it's done, that will connect Palm Springs along the wash, the Whitewater River Basin or channel, all the way to Coachella. 40 miles. Except for a couple places like Indian Wells and Rancho Mirage. Oh, Kelly Jo Miller's on. Awesome.
Do you think that people are really going to ride their bicycles all the way that distance to Coachella?
People do.
Really?
People like street. People do street biking. This is uncommon. They'll do 30, 40 miles. There's a thing called Tour de Palm Springs is coming up. They've got a 100-mile, 50-mile, and a 25-mile course. I'm probably going to do the 50-mile in February.
Wow.
Yeah, riding along the wash. It should connect, which should be awesome because I can ride all the way to like across town, or I can actually ride it all the way to like up to La Quinta, almost all the way up to Indian Wells. Can't wait for it to connect. Otherwise, I haven't gone down in the wash, wink, wink, to do off-road. That would be bad.
Cool.
Okay, signing with the laptop. I'm going to do what I normally share with one screen and share with the laptop this time. I'm going to switch roles. We are live. I see it. I'm going to do a share.
Yeah, you should.
Well, 3 minutes. Have you shared yet, Svea?
No, because I'll tell you why in a second. Ah, dang, it's
Your fancy new vacuum cleaner. USB vacuum cleaner.
I spilled glitter all over my keyboard. I don't want to like get it all over my hands and even get it everywhere. I was trying to hoping this will charge. Oh man, it's getting hot.
And sharing is caring. And share. I did my part.
Okay, I'm trying to clean up this glitter on my keyboard really quick, because otherwise it's going to kind of be a crazy mess.
Or you'll have you got to watch out because of the glitterati. Why does it say StreamYard live show? It's covering up the countdown.
I don't know. Actually, hold on a second.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
7 people watching. We have Kelly Jo Miller on saying hello, folks. Say hello to Kelly Jo. We miss you.
Hello, Kelly Jo.
Yes.
Okay, let me go here. I'm going to share. So, Kelly, share.
Give us proof. Send us selfies. Instant message us, and we will feature on the show with you with a phone screen or a screenshot sharing the show. And you will win our thanks. Or a special Christmas tree ornament. I'm just kind of making that up right now. Seems like a cool thing. I'm going to see how hot my tea is. But with the address, 8 people watching. No, there's more than that, actually.
That's awesome. Let's see here. I'm trying to find my.
I'm going underneath Miles Avenue.
Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Share.
Sure. Less than a minute, folks. Less than a minute. We're kind of like getting set up right here. We're a little out of practice. It's been like, what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, I just shared it. I promise.
Hoorah. Take a screenshot and show it. All right, 40 seconds till countdown.
Yay.
I had the time today because I had to do finals today, and I'll talk about that when the show goes. But I wanted to make I'll tell what I was going to do with the special advertisement, cold open from Quarantinos.
Oh, nice.
I had it lined up, and I was like, I got finals today. I got to put on my Santa hat.
Nice.
There's the Santa hat. Yay, a little dirty. Okay, ready. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. I'll let you do the last 2.
Oh, shoot.
Bang.
I was looking at the wrong screen.
0 countdown time, folks.
Woo!
It's time for Late Night Crab Talk with hosts Svea Yang and James Hermes. On tonight's show, catching up. We haven't been able to go live for a couple of weeks, and we've got some fun stories to share for everyone from the start of the holiday season. Where do surfers learn to surf? At boarding school. It's time to start the show.
And did you dance? Did you dance?
I did dance.
I saw you do it when I was looking over. I looked on this little screen, and you're going. All right,
Yeah,
folks. Yeah. Folks, proof that we are live.
Okay,
Have
James,
you
you
seen
ready?
this person before? We got proof that we're live.
James,
Hi,
you
Dixon.
Ready? James, you
Okay.
ready?
Hold on. Proof that we're live.
James, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Didn't even touch me. No bruises. But my ego hurts. Okay. So we've been busy the last few weeks between powwows, Thanksgiving, service projects run with the BLM. We'll be covering all that tonight. We've got some fun stories to share, which will take up the show because we're sharing they're that cool to let you know what's going on and let you know we are back the next few weeks. Live.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so everyone, if you haven't watched our show yet, we've been doing this show since 2020. I'm just going to say 2020. It's easier. And every Friday night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's why it's late night craft talk. It is recorded. So when we are live, you can watch it later, or we every once in a while we'll pull out some reruns, but they're different shows that we really loved in the past of what we've done, because we've done probably, was that over 200 shows?
Oh, at least.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, this is like a great resume builder for us, because now we're like, yeah, well, we have over 200 episodes. But yeah. So if you like the show, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page, our YouTube channels, and our Twitch channels. Also, you can follow us on Instagram. Dancing Bear is on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter X. And we also have a Facebook group called Dancing Bear Friends. So if you want to join us there, you're more than welcome to join us on many of our avenues, just like you're more than welcome to join James on all of his avenues of social media.
Yeah,
but please share this on your Facebook pages and your whatever. Share it. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of talk about all kinds of things, and next year we have a lot of really good things planned and lined up. So definitely, you're not going to want to miss our show. So.
Gotcha. We're streaming right now 6 different places.
I know, and there's over 500 people watching now. It's so awesome.
We have a big number every week. It's hard to get an accurate count between Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and we're streaming just to Facebook. We're streaming to 2 different places.
Yes, exactly.
And then YouTube channels and all that. So it's hard because a lot of those algorithms don't line up. But we just went up again. But look at our comments right here. Folks, if you are watching all those and you do comment on the show, no matter what the platform, we will see it. Yes. Right there, we get a conglomerate of everything. Where people
our show is very interactive. We love seeing comments from viewers, and it just makes it so that we feel like we're not just talking to our computer on Friday night. I mean, how exciting is that? Hey, I gotta get home to my computer so I can talk on my computer for an hour.
Got it. Okay, we didn't really talk about how we're going to share stories. I think let's just go back and forth with what we're sharing tonight.
Yeah, so hey, really quick, why don't we just quickly say what's currently going on with Elk Rack Traders right now?
Yep, okay. So right now with Elk Rack, I'd rather do Dancing Bear first.
Okay, so right now with Dancing Bear, we are gearing up for the holidays. We have, for the entire month of December, at noon and 3 p.m., you can come into our store. We have a class we're doing I need to grab my phone so you can see it. My phone's right here. Every day the store is open at 12 and at 3 p.m. you can sign up for a class that we're doing in our store. It's $20, and for $20 you will be able to make this beautiful snowflake ornament. Actually, wait, let me show you one with color. This beautiful snowflake ornament. It's made with crystals. You have lots of colors. You can pick from like a kind of a light lustery champagne. We have a red, we have purple, we have gray, we have like this really pretty aqua opal with like a metallic. For $20, you can make 2 ornaments, and there's instructions on how to do it. So it's really a lot of fun, and they make great gifts. They're ornaments. I mean, they're beautiful, and you made it yourself, and it's so much fun and easy to do. So every month we're going to be having some kind of class for $20, and it's only an hour-long class, a simple class. It includes all the supplies. So it's a lot of fun. Bring your friends. Like, it's good, maybe a friend thing. Bring your friend or bring your kids and come and do the class and come home with like some projects. It's a lot of fun. So that's something that's going on, and the powwow that's coming up. And thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy.
Wendy's on.
Huh?
Wendy's on.
Yes, I know, right? So what was I going to say? So the next powwow we're going to be going to is Fresno powwow. And actually, it's not Fresno powwow. It's actually the Red Road powwow, and that's on October. I can't even tell you what month it is.
Central
December.
Valley New Year's Eve Red Road powwow. Hold on. I got a thing.
Yes. So it's December 31st through January 1st. It is a sobriety powwow. And it's a wonderful event. It's a family event. A lot of people attend, and it is just a great New Year's healing event. So we are going to be doing that. And then that's going to be our last powwow for this year. And the next powwow we're going to be going to is Long Beach in March. So we have a little bit of a time off. And that's where we are.
Yeah, the reason I had you go first is because I saw that the network, the PowerPoint had finally synced over the laptop, so I was switching it over real quick. That's why I was able to get it loaded and put the flyer out when you were talking about that. When you talked about that one, I have that on the screen right now. Let's share it. So let me go and bring out right quick, folks, we do a little business right here. We got to go over the powwow schedule for Southern California or California in general. So right quick, we wanted to go ahead and just say that coming up, Community Christmas Powwow at the Native American United Methodist Church on December 14th, tomorrow in Anaheim. If you live in that area, go check it out. Running Strong Intertribal Creativity's Holiday Market, December 21st. So Saturday next weekend up in Sacramento. And then, of course, the Central Valley New Year's Eve Red Road Powwow up in Fresno. The Dancing Girl will be at. And that's what we got to share right there with the rest of this for Elk Rack. We pretty much had our last powwow of the year in November. We don't have another one scheduled until April. Largely, we just keep busy, which is because with some of the bigger powwows happening like Pachanga, I'll say we're busy with wholesale stocking other vendors. You can catch us at the weekly art market in Palm Springs. You can put in orders or inquiries and stuff we post on Instagram or Facebook. The website is continuing to be down because I am so, I'll say it, damned busy right now with school. Matter of fact, I just took one of the finals today, which is one of the stories we cover. So trying to keep those stocked is difficult. Hopefully in January, when times are down between semesters, I can get the site back up. Right now, we're still in an epic battle with the hosting provider, which is not got the best business practices. It is absolutely wicked, and there's other businesses they're holding hostage. With that, that's all I got to say about that part. Let's move on to happy things. So we've been gone. We haven't been live since Friday, right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and it was you and my mom because I was running off with the kayaks.
It's been a while.
Yes, so we are finally back. Next week is our Christmas special. We always that Friday before Christmas, and then we're back for a while. We've got some good stuff lined up. Anyways, we've got a lot of stories. A lot of things have happened, all for good, some even, but there's some stuff to share. So, and folks, share with what you've done for Thanksgiving, because that's part of what we're going to be sharing tonight is some Thanksgiving adventures. Wendy says, we missed y'all. We do have to take care of another piece of business I just thought of. We're missing our, I won't say number one fan, but our El Presidente tonight, Maya.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Now, Wendy, if you can confirm, did Maya contact you to see if you could take care of her El Presidente duties tonight? Because she messaged yesterday and says she's got someplace to go, and she won't be home tonight until 11:30. Then she'll watch the show in the morning. In the morning. Maya, we appreciate the notice, but we're doing our part. You haven't. And Wendy says yes. Yes, she did. So, Wendy, if you can make a proclamation of what's the word we want here?
An official apology.
An apology, a presidential apology from Maya on that one, and make a proclamation that Maya must do this, a presidential proclamation to the president, and let Maya know in this proclamation that she will get the look. And folks, if Maya messes up, Maya misses something, usually, I mean, there's been times she's chastised us like, why aren't you on yet? We're like, we start in 5 seconds. I mean, she is on the ball with this. But Maya, since you be watching this, and Wendy, make a note of this in your proclamation. Maya gets the look. Ready? You had one job. One job. Maya. Okay, now that we've done that, let's move on to happy things. Folks, we're sorry for this. We are not liable for any incontinence that may have happened from the look. But we're going to move on right now. Maya, one job. Okay. Oh, really, Wendy? This is what you give. You give somebody presidential powers and it just goes to their head and pardon everybody.
You can't pardon everyone. I mean, what's that about?
You're not giving Wendy the look. She's doing favors. She's doing her job, doing it proudly. She doesn't get the look. All right. Story time. We're at 10:15. There's so much to share tonight. Folks, let us know if you had any cool adventures. Leave it in the comments. If there's anything you want to share, let us know what you did during Thanksgiving or any cool things that happened. We'll save that one for my mom for a few minutes. So, Svea, you want to start off? Are you ready?
About what?
The stories. We're catching up.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, my mom, Chris, was in the hospital 3 times for not feeling good. So she actually has now some heart condition. She is a little bit older, but at least it hasn't happened until now. She was admitted to the hospital and then released, and a week later she wasn't still feeling good because she was complaining about having a hard time breathing, and she actually was in the beginning stages of pneumonia. So on top of having a heart condition, which they sent her medication for home with, she was developing pneumonia, and when she went in a second time, they still didn't claim it as pneumonia, but they gave her some diuretics to help her get fluid out of her body and her lungs. And then on Saturday, which was the weekend of Thanksgiving, she went into the ER because she was really struggling to breathe, and she got admitted and was in the hospital until Friday. So she was in there almost a full week, and she was not doing good. She had a couple of infections, and she really wasn't doing good. And since she's been out on Friday, she just saw the message from your mom.
I know, we're gonna save that.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
I'm paying attention now.
On Friday, she came home and she was very weak because she couldn't walk in the hospital. And I'm trying not to make this, a very serious episode, but we haven't had very good experiences with rehabilitation centers. And when I talked to our nurse after deciding that I thought we decided we probably should put her into a rehab facility because I was worried she would be too weak for me to take care of. I asked the nurse about it, and she's like, oh yeah, she's like, I know how you feel. I went through something with my parents, and I told her the name of the rehab facility they were going to send her mom to. And she said to me under her breath, she's like, don't tell anyone. I would never send any of my family members to that facility. And so the moment she said that, I'm like, listen, she's not going to that facility. She's going home. She's not going to that facility. And the doctor's like, okay. And, they're really worried, but I said, I have my husband's here, Dan's here to help me. And if I need more help, I'm sure you can get help, but she's not going to go to that facility. So she came home. She was very weak. And within a few days, I was getting her walking on her walker. She was walking before she went into the hospital and had this incident. So she started walking again, little by little. And now she is walking a lot more. And she literally last night surprised me. I got really worried. I fell asleep on the couch. I look over, she's not in her lift chair. And I'm like, where is she? She actually walked to her bedroom and slept in her bed. So I'm really happy that she's able to do that. So she's definitely been pushing herself and really trying really hard to get out of that health crisis. And she's been really pushing herself, and she's doing great. Her appetite's back. She's definitely becoming back to what she was like, because when she did have the infection and all that, she was a little loopy. I mean, and I talked to the doctor about that, and he said that's actually called delirium. When someone has an actual infection, they kind of get confused a lot. So that's going away. So mom's feeling better. She's on the mend. And so I'm looking forward to having her back at the store with us. And so it's a lot of good, and everyone's been really, thinking good thoughts for her. And I think that really helped. So I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all of her friends that were reaching out for her and trying to talk and spending some time talking with her on the phone. And that's been really good for her. So that is, a scary situation that got to a good situation.
Oh, definitely. It's matter of fact, us talking about this a couple of days ago, we decided that we wanted to put a show, and we're going to be airing this at some point in January, that we're going to be talking about, we're facing the same things. I have my dad who's in his mid 80s. I mean, we can get him to walk across the house, but it usually takes, a catch-up on a corn dog or a microwavable White Castle to get him to walk. But he does fine. But still, we're getting to that point that we're really having to, we're trying to run a business and then family care with that. And it's something that we're both facing.
Yeah.
To fair degrees now, and it's only going to get most of us to their parents' age.
Yeah.
And so we're going to dedicate an episode. We're working on this, and we're going to make it extra special to address this for those of you that, like Svea and I, that are in our 20s plus 20, and with parents that are getting older. Did you catch that? Yeah, because we're not going to admit we're not in our 40s or 50s.
Well, I don't know about you.
I'm not. That's
You're
why I said
not in your 40s anymore. You're obviously super older than me.
Yeah, 2 years.
You're way older than me.
2 years.
You're like way older than me.
2 years. It's a difference
between a whole decade away from me right now. You are a whole decade away from me right now.
Yeah. Okay, there, teeny bopper in high school.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's just say the puberty hits you quick. All right. Okay. You went there. All right. So with that, that's the first story, and we talk about Thanksgiving. We try to keep things upbeat. We're live that Friday before Thanksgiving. I appeared on the show briefly. We invaded. I was trying to look for the picture, but we invaded with a couple of Boy Scouts as we were actually loading the trailer during the show and leaving for Black Canyon, which is the canyon below Hoover Dam on the Colorado River. Here's the Wendy. Girls got a band together. Yeah, if dog years were in human years, Wendy. with that.
I'm just saying, James is ancient, you guys. He's like practically like a mummy.
Right. Is that why I go out and run 15 miles a day? What'd you do for exercise?
I work so hard. I lift my mom. I've been following her around. I cleaned up my whole kitchen. I cleaned up our whole house. We had our holiday party today, so I did a lot of work today.
Yes, you did. I had to do some inventory, and then I rode the bike 15 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the wrinkles? Folks, count the wrinkles.
I have like none. Look at how many he has.
Look at the wrinkles. Look how radiant I am with the Santa hat. And
You're so radiant.
Yes. Who's more pale?
Pale? What?
I mean, look at the screen. Who looks tan and who looks pale here?
That's just manipulation of the screen.
Yeah, blame the camera. The camera obviously adds 10 years to you, Svea. You need to get a new webcam, girl. I just no. All right, with that, folks, we did a live in beta because we're going, and this was a cool trip we did to Black Canyon. I feature on the show. Matter of fact, I've done the show, a Christmas special, live in Black Canyon. That was a whole thing right there back December 24th, 2020. That was
really crazy stuff.
That was crazy. That was a crazy night. I'm paddling, sitting in the kayak with water rushing out of Hoover Dam over there in a place called Boy Scout Canyon right there. That was a crazy night, and it was live, but just to show it. But this is one of the most picturesque places on the lower Colorado River. And as I said earlier, it's a canyon below Hoover Dam between what's called Willow Beach and Hoover Dam. You've got a lot of natural hot springs and stuff in there. And here's what it looks like. Whoopsie, let's do this one. Okay. But that's Black Canyon. That's some of the kids that went over there. One of their adult, and his name's Donnie. And this is a pretty place. They got to go in there, and it's not super busy because usually this place gets overrun with tourists the first 2 miles to what's called the gauging station to Emerald Cave. Those of you that kind of know those Instagram spots, Emerald Cave is one of those Instagram spots that influencers like to go to. But the gauging station right there is about 120 years old, 130 years old, used to gauge the river. And just up from that is Emerald Cave right there. In the afternoon, the light will go down in there and make the water glow green. It's usually really hard to get in there because it's packed with tourists that outfitters will bring in by the dozens.
Wow.
And put people in there just one after the other. We got there early enough. We actually drove overnight, got to Willow Beach like 4:30 in the morning. It's a 5-hour drive. Slept for a couple hours, got the boats out, loaded up because we're trying to beat a big windstorm that's coming that day. And we got to our campsite about 4.5 miles up right before the wind hit, so we lucked out. But this place is freaking gorgeous. You can see one of the caves with hot springs in it that seeps from the rock. And one of the things I really like is one of the areas is called Ringbolt, up in the canyon about 4.5, 5 miles down from Hoover Dam. And what you see there in the lower right is one of the old ring bolts. I have been looking for these suckers for a decade. And what that is, and this is beyond cool, the old steamships, yes, steamships like think, stern paddle wheelers, like think Huck Finn, Mississippi River, those kind of steamships used to come up the Colorado River and supply forts and whatnot, like Fort Mojave and whatnot. And they're trying to go all the way up to the Mormon settlements in northern Arizona. And the only way to get past this one rapid called Ringbolt Rapid were to sink these bolts like you see in the lower right. I mean, this is history nerd stuff here. That metal you see right there is 3 inches thick.
Oh, wow.
And it's big, and it is cemented into that rock. And that was put in the 1870s or 1880s. Probably, I think, 1870s. A little muff line right there. And they would link chains up in winches powered by the boiler and steam power, and pull themselves up with winching it over.
Wow, that's so cool.
Themselves up over the rapids during high water. And this is one of a handful of ring bolts. This is thick, strong.
That is really cool.
Oh yeah, and we finally found it. So yes, that was cool. But that's just Old West history right there. Looking at it, right where it happened. So cool stuff. But one of the other things that's really awesome, is the wildlife sightings.
Oh,
We
wow.
counted 4 eagles. These are 2 of them, bald eagles. One sitting on that little crate. What you see, that little pulley system with that wood thing on the upper left, that's actually the guy that would come down twice a day to gauge the current of the river at the gauging station, would get on that bucket thing right there and then go overhead, wheeling himself across to go to the gauging station over the river. Twice a day he would do that. He was a tough dude. And that's a bald eagle sitting on that thing that's probably, that wood bucket thing on the cable that's been probably hanging there for over 100 years. And then another bald eagle. And this is really cool. Get ready for this photo. You ready?
Oh, that's cool. You never see that.
Yes. This was about 2 minutes after we saw the bald eagles. This is a 15-minute period. We counted in that picture. You can see there are 2 bighorn sheep. One's obvious. We counted 5.
Wow.
There's actually one barely visible in the just about a little bit lower and to about the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock of the one on the ridge you can see right there on the top. That is cool. And so we counted the bighorn sheep, and that was just we didn't see any wildlife. We didn't see wildlife, then boom. 2 bald eagles, actually 4, and then that. So that was cool.
That's really cool.
So that was the first half. That was Friday through Monday of the week of Thanksgiving and the weekend before. We were supposed to come back Tuesday, but I saw a weather report went, there's going to be 40-mile-an-hour winds on Tuesday. These things change all the time. Went, we got to go home this morning. And this is on Monday morning where the guy's like, okay, packed up everything, came home a day early to avoid it because I don't put kids in danger. If it was me, I'd go for it.
Yeah.
But not with other people's kids. We don't play.
Yeah. That might be frowned upon a little bit.
Well, anybody that does that purposely puts kids at risk like this situation like that is an idiot and a fool and deserves what they get. That's my story from Thanksgiving. You got one?
Yes. So I don't know if you know this, but we specifically had a really big deal for Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, you did.
We had a superb employee work for us. So superb.
Traders bail your ass out.
So superb that they got Employee of the Month. And this was just one working the first hour. You know this? We actually had...
Mom, if you're watching, come in here right now, please.
Let's get to focus. So this is Vicki. She's our new #1 Employee of the Month. She's a hard worker. She is very hard worker, and she absolutely helped us so much that we decided to give her Employee of the Month after 1 hour of working with us at Indio Powwow. Isn't that amazing?
I know that we both have very high different standards of what consists of a high standard at for our employees.
Well, I'm just saying that employee, Vicki, she is Employee of the Month for Dancing Bear Indian Trader.
Yeah. Well, I know that when Svea, when she really needs help and needs high caliber employees, she comes knocking on our door at Elk Rack.
And I think that Vicki might just come working for us now.
Really? I know you're going to go there.
Yeah, because Vicki felt that she was treated so kindly. Like she was so kindly treated when she worked at Dancing Bear. She's like, I love working for Dancing Bear. It was so amazing. It was so much fun. And I was treated so kindly. So
how much did Svea put words in your mouth right there?
See, I'm telling you, Vicki's going to come work for us now.
Occasionally.
Like I said, it just comes down. It comes down to is if you look at the holistic view of the facts, folks. Here, Dancing Bear needed people to work their booth, and they were short staffed, like 3 people. So they come over and they knock on. Well, let's say 1 person from Elk Rack's worth 3 employees from Dancing Bear.
Yeah, and I think maybe that 1 employee could potentially and should definitely be considered for Employee of the Month again. at a certain company.
She's made it several times to the finals.
Several, like, and actually their name should be put on the board.
You did that when I was on the Yellowstone in July. We still have the sign on the door that says CEO and the takeover. And you know what? I tolerated it. I went, okay, we'll go with it this once. I decreed later on.
Well,
And then I'll put it back the way it was.
Well, the next time I go disappear in a canyon or a river someplace.
I'm just saying, number one, employee of the month.
Well, Svea, you get more people working for you if you continue talking to probation officers. All right. I knew they were going to have this battle. I've been thinking what to say for a while. Just didn't even think of it after that. Thank you. Big applause for the employees of the month and the finalist and the one who made it. Yeah. Svea's got to take your dogs off the list of employees too. Okay. All right. That was cool. So yes, my mom was working. Matter of fact, she was actually saying that people were going by and they know, and they're like, they see her with the dancing bear booth, and she's going. They're like, "What? What?" I actually got a phone call. Well, I was gone that weekend from somebody going, "Are you okay? Your mom's over at another booth. Are you feeling all right? Why aren't you at the powwow?" I haven't shown an Indio powwow in 10+ years. Mostly because of personal reasons on that one. It's kind of hard because I had a friend that used to run that powwow, and it's just damn hard to go back to it. But anyway.
Well, I think also it's hard for you because it's an indoor powwow.
It's an indoor powwow. I cannot do. That's why I don't do a Pachanga. I was supposed to be at like the Uncle Clint bird singing festival at the end of January, and it's just I can't do indoor powwows because my big fat head will not fit through the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's either that or the sensory thing. So if it's got to be outdoors. I'm missing 2 Christmas parties tomorrow night because I'm like, sorry folks, it's indoors.
Yeah,
can't do it anyway. But things will get better. Things will get better on that front. And that's what we got. Is my turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. This is gold. We talked about before I left for this Black Canyon trip, there was a double header that week. Really? Okay.
Wait, did you hear me?
Oh, hell yes. We heard
Oh,
that.
shoot. What the heck?
All right.
Let me make sure my audio, because I was like, I need to vacuum because I have this.
You can't wait till after the show in half an hour? Oh, look, folks. We can't hear Svea.
It's because I thought I was going through my Yeti mic. That's why.
Got it. Okay. There was a doubleheader. Now, before I said I'm getting ready for what's called bike rafting. And we got home, and then, matter of fact, you want to bring up that message or shall I from my mom? Here it is.
Oh.
This will give you an intro. So I was home about a day and a half, getting ready for this trip, the second trip, which is my normal Thanksgiving trip. And my mom's, for a hint right there, says, for Thanksgiving, I took some dirtbag kayaker to the river.
Yes.
I already clicked that. It was already on the screen.
I meant to click it on, and I didn't realize you had noticed.
Okay. So, yes, it happened. I showed up some pictures of me getting ready for this. I get the gear because this is so different than any other river trip I've ever done. I've never camped out of a pack raft. I've never taken a mountain bike on a kayaking trip. Well, rafting. Well, I like what's called bike packing. I wanted to camp out of a new pack raft, so we did both. Awesome. Bike rafting. It's a real thing, and I have now done it. And this, I have not in years had a trip this funny. It was a little challenging at times, got us up and downs, but just the sheer guy envy, and I'll tell you from the stories on this one, was hilarious. I launched about 8 o'clock in the morning from what's called Walter's Camp, about 30-something miles south of Blythe, downriver from there. And here in Bureau National Wildlife Refuge, I'm going to Picacho State Park. I've talked about and shown pictures of this area many times on the show. And this is the pack raft with the bike actually on it and me launching, paddling that thing. Now, this is a pack raft. It is not a kayak that is designed for efficient speed. This thing's designed for up to class 4 whitewater. and you can take a bike on it. I'm doing a trip in a couple months on the Kern, bike rafting on Whitewater. But we did this. Let me see the picture. Yeah, there's some pictures of it going down with the bike with it. Now, mind you, I was only going to go about 10 miles that day because the pack raft is not fast. It's designed to go through Whitewater. It goes about as quick as a raft does on a river with the current largely. And so I figured 10 miles an hour. 10 miles that day. The wind was blowing. I had a tailwind coming out of the north at 25 to 30 miles an hour. I jammed down that river. I made it 14 miles in like 4 hours, four and a half hours. That's fast in a pack raft with a mountain bike on the damn thing. And as it is, went down in the trip. Let's take another look at that picture right there, because this was, well, not like that one. What happened there? So that's me actually out there. Yeah, that's my view the whole trip right there was the mountain bike on the pack raft. And came across some new people. Now, Thanksgiving night, I landed at 4S. These are the folks that I met there. Very awesome. Those are two different groups. The folks on the, if you're looking on the right with the picture on the right, couple from North County, San Diego. Awesome couple. And then the folks on the left actually are what's called van lifers. They've been living out of their Volkswagen van, and they may be watching the show tonight or the next few days because I've told them about it. And they've been living in their Volkswagen van for like 12 or 16 years. And both of them are just awesome people, great folks. Got them right there. We hit it off with a campsite called 4S Picacho, and just neat. And the picture in the lower right is a couple friends of mine, Josh and Karen, from also San Diego County. And I actually didn't know I was going to run across them until they texted me, "Hey, we're over at this lake south of you, this lake that's right, backwater lake off the river." And I went, "I'm going to go down there." I thought I was going to ride the mountain bike out of Picacho. And I went, nope. Threw the mountain bike back on the pack raft, paddled it 12 miles to go meet them. And just neat folks. It was a lot of that going on. But where I mentioned the guy envy is hilarious. It started on Thanksgiving. When I got down to 4S, another person that was camped there. What was that? Did you poot?
What?
It sounded like a poot.
Did I what?
Oh no, that sounds like Mochi in the background or something.
Oh no, there really nothing happened.
Okay. Anyway,
was it like this noise? Was it like?
No, it sounded like a light fart.
No.
Okay. I don't think we've ever had anybody grind the cheeks around that. Sing the cheeks on the show before.
No.
All right.
I'd say excuse me, and I'd run away. That's why.
Got it.
We're like,
I get down to 4S. One of the people camped there is proud of their overlanding rig. And they've got the fancy flip top tent and all the electronics and the big lithium ion battery that has like 4 kilowatts of power. And they're proud of it. And they're talking about it. And when I first pull up with the pack raft, and mind you, this is what it looks like. The pack raft, I pull up. That's what, me and the thing. And they're like, what in the heck is that? They see the boat, they see the bike on it. They're like, wow. And so we're talking on Thanksgiving night around a campfire. And this is hilarious. We're talking. The guy goes, you know what? I got to fess something up to you. I went, okay, we've only known each other like 4.5 hours. He goes, I was proud of my rig, and I'm talking about it. I got all this gear. I got it the way I want. And then you pull up in that thing. And I feel like I'm being upstaged by a Red Bull commercial. Cracked me up. And this was the beginning of the guy envy. And it just got better and better. And the best story actually happened about halfway through. But complete the story because the pictures are pretty cool. This is the bike fully packed. I had to ride between 2 campsites I came into one site and that was not going to work, and I already had the bike set up and everything, so I went ahead and packed everything on the mountain bike and rode a couple miles to my next campsite on Saturday evening, and that's when I found out Josh and Karen are down at a place called Ferguson Lake. I was going to go and meet them the next day. That bike, when I had to pack it, let me zoom in. Will it be zoomed? Nope. Okay, it's not gonna be zoomed in. That bike has way more stuff than I ever intended to pack on that thing because I had 2 Duraflame logs, an extra days and a half worth of food, which makes a difference in the water, that I had not planned to put on the bike. And that bike is stuffed with stuff that's not supposed to, like I said, supposed to be out the 2 Duraflame logs. And I rode that thing uphill. There's this winding dirt gravel road with tires that are not meant for that kind of gravel and that kind of weight. And it was I'll say it, it was an it show a little bit, but made it over. But that thing is way overloaded. Views were pretty amazing. Hold on. There we go. Views were pretty amazing right there. You can actually see me coming into landing on Sunday, Thanksgiving weekend at Fisher's Landing. That's me repacking the bike. And that is the bike fully loaded without the Duraflame logs and significantly less stuff, including water. And it's kayak paddles are strapped to the front of that sucker. And I rode it out there, met my folks on Sunday out on the freeway or out on the highway toward Yuma. Started riding out to meet them. So what's hilarious is you can see that picture in the upper right where I'm actually got the pack raft and the bike right there and I'm putting it together. People at the cafe were looking at me and I kind of had that feeling. And a guy came down and he goes, what you doing? I went, oh, bike rafting. I just came in from 3 days of going down the river and I'm biking out toward Yuma. He goes, oh, and I fit on there and everything. And he's asking what the boat is. And I went, out of curiosity, you came down to probably ask me this from the cafe. And he goes, yeah, I did. And I went, how many other people are watching me right now wondering the same thing the last hour I've been here? He goes, several. And they're going, what the heck is that? And how many of the guys are like, that's cool. That's cool. And he goes, about 3/4 of them are going, that's cool. That's cool. I post for pictures for people coming up with the pack raft right there in the bike. I had a fisherman in his expensive ass bass boat that cost more than my college education coming over, and he sees that and he goes, is that a mountain bike on the top? I went, yeah. He goes, are you bike packing? I went, bike rafting. He goes, that's awesome. Continues casting, decides to come over 10 minutes later, pulls up next to me on the river and goes, I want you to know I go a lot of mountain biking. I think that's awesome, but I decided I'm never going to try that. That's a lot. So I'm posing for pictures, but the best guy story from this, I mean, there's more, but I'm giving the nutshell, but the best one. Okay. So tell me, have you seen Dan do this where a guy gets an idea, he sees somebody doing something and he starts getting guy ideas and the wheels are turning and they just get that 1,000-yard stare and you look at him going, oh, that's trouble. That is trouble. You know that? You've seen that look?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've done the show. Well, I get over to Picacho, the main campgrounds. I'm still 10 or 12 miles from Ferguson Lake. And I stop over just briefly on the beach to dump some trash that I had in the dumpster. And there's this couple probably in their mid to late 50s, you know, well older than us. And this guy's, I recognize that he's doing the 1,000-yard stare. He's looking at me and he's doing the guy look. His wife is right next to him. And after about like 20 seconds, the wife looks at him, looks at me, looks at him, and goes, honey, don't even think about it. And the husband goes, I'm just looking. I think it's cool. And that's all that happened. I mean, I'm holding it in. I get over the trash can away from them, and I start cracking up. I get back to the boat, and I start paddling away, and I'm laughing for like 5 minutes. This is so freaking funny. But the whole weekend was nothing but the guy envy of that, just because of bike rafting. So that's the story from Thanksgiving weekend. Otherwise, that's the pictures from that, and there's a little bit more to go, but that was hilarious. I've never had it. It's been quite a while since I've had a trip with that much funny reactions to stuff. And one thing I figured, since I'm paddling that pack raft, it's inflatable. What else is red that's inflatable? It's like red balloons, right?
Yeah.
I'm paddling a balloon down the river with a bike on it. Well, yeah. So I'm thinking, hey, it's a red balloon paddling it down the river. I'm Pennywise the Paddler. I love Stephen King's It.
Yeah, so that means that you should carry one of those It masks.
I don't want to do the clown mask. That's too much. That will scare too many dang people these days.
It would be hilarious.
Oh, I'm looking at reactions from people. You got your next story?
Yeah. So, okay. So, guys, one of the things that I really like to do, especially James knows, I have sent him 3 million videos. I keep sending him videos, right? And one of the things that I found, especially during Halloween time, I noticed there's a lot of videos on Facebook and Instagram about making crafts with things from the Dollar Tree. And so one of the videos that I saw that really caught my attention was they had these Christmas houses from Dollar Tree. So they're like $1.25 each, right? And what they did was they spray painted them brown, and then they decorated them with white paint and glitter. So they basically made gingerbread houses, like little miniature houses. And I was like, oh, I could do that. That's really cool. And so I bought a bunch of them. The beginning of November, I bought them in. Beginning of November, mid-November, I bought them. And I was like, these are going to be so cool. So I was like, oh, I don't know. Because then the whole thing happened with Mom. And I was like, maybe I'm not going to do anything with these. I don't know. We'll see what I'll do. And I was like, these could make really cute Halloween houses too. So what I did is I went to Dollar Tree. And I'm going to show you a house. Like this is a Dollar Tree house. This is $1.25. It's not very big, so you can see.
That you know what? In California, that house is going to cost more than $1.
So like $1.25. It even has a price tag on it. Okay.
With no property.
Okay. So look at. There's a soda can, so you have a reference. So it's not very big.
It's a tiny house, part of the tiny house movement.
So anyway, this is the house, and it actually has a battery thing underneath, so it lights up. Okay. So what I did tonight, we had Dancing Bear's holiday party, and I thought, oh, that would be a fun activity because every year I always give our employees some kind of Christmas ornament or some kind of Christmas decoration, and I always give that to them as kind of like a party favor kind of thing. And this year I thought, oh, what if we decorated these Christmas houses? So this is how it started.
Are those houses for the elves?
Okay, I'm going to give you so you can see this one. So this is a finished product. I spray painted it brown. And actually I spray painted with like a metallic paint. It's like a coppery, kind of a metallic-y coppery color, right? Like I made a Mickey Mouse. Oh, shoot. The third thing fell off. What the heck? Okay,
Need better building inspectors for that elf housing.
I have to put glue down because the glitter is not letting it stick. Okay, I made a Mickey here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, we can't have stuff falling off. Do not please hide that you're a slumlord for elves.
So I have like Mickey Mouses on the doors. I have them all around. I have sequins on the top for the roof. And let me show you. I'm going to turn the light on. Look at how cute that is. It lights up. Isn't that so cute?
Pardon me. Well, where's it lighting up at?
Inside.
Oh, got the little lights in there. Okay.
See how it's lighting up? Yeah, I need to I need to glue in those rhinestones. So because the glitter is making it so it doesn't stick. But I had so much fun with that. And let me show you. This is Mom's house she made today. I had to adjust it a little bit because she put the stones over the lights. So and the stones are falling off. I have to glue this down, but she put the stones over these lights. So I had to take the stones off. She put these really big, I'll show you how big they are. She put these really big stones on top of the windows, and I took it off because the whole point is you want to be able to see out the windows. But this is a really fun project. I think I'm going to do this for my nieces and nephew that come on Christmas. We're going to decorate these as an activity for them. I think they'll really love it. So anyway, isn't that fun? So I absolutely had so much fun with this. It's just so much fun. And what I did was I used glitter and white paint, and we put the glitter onto the white paint before it's dried. And we also put white paint on this before it dried. And I'm going to spray it with a clear coat so it helps keep the glitter on it so it doesn't fall all over my keyboard like it just did.
And run the vacuum cleaner during the show.
I know. I thought, like I said, I literally can't touch my keyboard right now because I have glitter all over my keyboard.
Show your fancy new vacuum cleaner here.
We did a white elephant gift. We did a Secret Santa. I got this really awesome vacuum. It's a USB charge. I asked for it for I need to dust my castle, my Lego castle behind there. So it's just a little vacuum and vacuuming the glitter off my keyboard.
Yeah, we use that for cases of dusty shows. We have one of those. They work really well.
Yeah, so it's just like a little, and it's chargeable. So it just charges right here, and it's USB charged. So I've been charging it. It's pretty cool. So that was my gift from my Secret Santa, one of our employees. So
that's awesome.
It's a lot of fun this evening. We had Panda Express for dinner. And we had some cheese board, which Dan, can you put away that cheese board? Because it's like the cheese needs to be put into the refrigerator.
Got it. I got one more story to share.
Yes, share the story.
In the spirit of service, and I think I want to end with another story on this, the most impressive thing since we've been gone, which is really special. But one of the things that personal goal I have, and turn business toward it, is conservation work for the environment. And I work with the Scouts and the Bureau of Land Management for once a year. We run a big service project for National Public Lands Day. And we did that last Saturday. And sometimes it's asking people to do a lot. For a couple of years, we're asking people to drive about 27 miles on east of 29 Palms way out in the Mojave Desert to Sheetsville Valley Wilderness. This time it was a bit further than that. We went to Amboy Crater. That is a 50-mile, almost 55-mile drive up Amboy Road toward the 40, way out in the Mojave Desert, past 29 Palms and past the Marine Corps base. And what we did is we built a new trail, a loop trail, or connecting trail that goes from one parking lot to the next through the basalt fields. And we had 50 people there that drove all the way from San Bernardino and even Long Beach that came out for the project.
That's far.
Oh, it was cool. And so this is a couple of pictures from it. This is the group that was out there. You can see Amboy Crater, which is a cinder cone volcano that erupted about almost 10,000 years ago. And they built the trail through the basalt fields, and the trail is cool. You can see a couple of the groups working. They're all wearing National Trails Day 2024 shirts. A lot of people drive a long way, do a lot of work for a free t-shirt. But it's all about the service. And this is a couple of the projects they built working on this basalt field. And that new trail goes right between some basalt outcroppings, which is really cool looking because you can just look at that and imagine that as lava 10,000 years ago, which geologically ain't that long ago, really. And you can see the trail after they got done building it with the Amboy Crater in the background. And I'm going to save that picture. But these people came in, they were so dedicated that they built this almost 1 mile long trail. And they're having to move the basalt rocks and whatnot. They did the whole thing in just under 3.5 hours.
Wow.
That is jamming. They knocked it out. We were done. Everybody's pretty much out there by 2:30 in the afternoon. I just camped out with some friends that stayed overnight, and we just hung out and actually went to Amboy to Roy's Cafe to go get a couple ice cream sandwiches and left on Sunday morning. I walked the trail. It's on my personal Facebook where I show the whole walking the whole trail. But it's neat, folks. If you ever find you're out to Amboy Crater, which is a designated dark sky, and let me show the pretty sunset. You get some killer sunrises or sunsets
That's
there.
nice.
Yep, that is a sunset. Saturday evening to Saturday last weekend. Freaking gorgeous. But it's one of those areas that's designated dark skies. It is one of the most darkest skies in Southern California.
Oh, wow.
Granted,
That's cool.
yeah, the sky out there is amazing. There are actually going to be star parties that will go into the caldera, the crater of the volcano, and set up telescopes to watch stuff. And the drive out there, it's pretty cold out there right now. But check it out in those shoulder seasons. Even if you want a big jacket, it's worth the wait. And when you go to the first parking lot and you see the trail that heads off through the basalt and comes back to the Deus area, my group made that.
Wow,
We
that's
did
so
that.
cool.
Cool stuff. So that was a lot of fun. That's one of the things we're doing. Like I said, I've shown these before. We're on 2 big conservation projects a year, or service projects. That's one. Another one's in June as part of National Trails Day. But a lot of fun doing that. And we may go to overtime, but I have this. Can I share that story that I talked about with those folks on Thanksgiving night?
Yeah.
You think that'd be appropriate?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. To tell you about it, the time of giving or being in the right place, I had one of the most humbling experiences in months, probably all year, Thanksgiving night. I told Svea about it, and it's pretty personal and pretty incredible. I'm going to rush through it, but when I got down to 4S, and I was thinking, damn, this wind is blasting me down. I'm going fast. Something blew me down to that place for a reason. One of the folks camped there, not in the picture, but one of the folks camped there said, talked to the husband, and he goes, hey, just want to let you know, my wife, she talks kind of slow, a little off. Just know that she had a stroke about 19 years ago. And I went, oh, really? Almost 2 years ago. He goes, you had one? And I go, yeah, which our audience knows. You've seen me recover from it. And he goes, and you're doing that one? Yeah, I had problems. I was on a cane. I had balance issues. I just PT'd and worked on it. Still working on it. He goes, I can't tell. He goes, calls his wife over. Wife comes over, and she starts talking. He goes, he had one too, and starts talking. I went, hey, did you have this? Tell me about yours. You were this side of picture. She's going, uh-huh. And I went, let me guess. You can't read or write. And she goes, no, I can't. Ever since the stroke. You have that with some folks that are extreme. They need to learn how to talk again, and they may not regain their ability to read or write. And it sucks. And she had that, and this is after 19 years. Her husband stuck with her and worked with her in that rehab to be able to relearn how to talk and walk again, which is just amazing testament to the man. I have seen, as I counsel people, husbands or wives that cannot take it and just separate. They're gone. They just can't take the pressure on this one. To have things shoved on them. And this guy stuck with their true love, which is amazing. But when I'm talking to her, the husband's off to doing something else, and this starts an ongoing conversation through the evening. That I started talking to her. I said, hey, do you get this? And I talk about the sensory, which I shared with our show audience. I said, hey, do you get this when you get in a big room? Or do you have this that happens? She goes, yeah. And she's like, I had no idea that other people experience that. And I went, oh, hell, a lot of people do after that. And she's like, I've never been able to explain that or to share it, and I don't know how. And she's talking kind of broken. And I said, do you want her husband to know? And she goes, and she just shook her head yes. And she called her husband over. Screaming, this is humbling as hell. Called her husband over. And I start telling him, I'm able to verbalize for her what she's been going through that she has not had the ability to verbalize to her husband, even after 19 years. That what things are still like for her, what they were then. And so that what she's going through, and so that he knows more precisely and able to verbalize. And he's like, I had no idea. And as I'm describing, like I've described on the show, where sometimes you have a block where everything visually and audio just forms a big spongy block that you can't really discern anything from. And I described it to him, and I showed him an illustration I made, and she's just like, I've been wanting to do that show. I've been wanting to explain how it's like for years, and you've done it. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But the husband said, I had no idea this was like. And now he knows how to understand more where she's at. And to say that the wind pushed me to the right place at the right time, and I was able to help them on that one, and I learned a bit myself, was just freaking incredible. Freaking incredible. So, folks, you don't know who you're going to talk to, you're going to meet, they're going to make a big difference in a life, even just a couple people. But whew, I sure got one that night, and it makes me appreciate a lot of other things, the ancillary things from that. So I wanted to share that. That was the most. I put that as one of the top experiences of 2024 for me.
Yeah, that's really amazing, James. I mean, seriously, it really 100% did so much for that person. It really did, and it was really amazing that you were there, really at the right time.
Yeah. Well, the guy asked if I'm in medicine. I said, well, I'm actually going in. I want to become a PA in neurology. And he goes, you're going to be a damn good one. I'm like, I hope so. At least I impressed that one person that one time. So 1 in a million. But we all got our stories. That's mine. And big time stuff. It's 11:01.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah. So next week's our Christmas special.
Yes, it is. We're going to have some fun things for you guys for next week. It is going to be a fun Christmas special. Yay!
During Christmas lights, our traditional gift exchange where we exchange Christmas ornaments. Zabe's probably going to remind me about it 20 times because I usually forget. But I did not this time. I got it picked out.
Really?
And I'm only 80% not lying to you. I've got it done. I want to surprise the heck out of you this time.
Wow.
Going in the mail Monday.
Okay, that's good. Good job.
Did you remember the Christmas ornament?
Yes, I did. I really remembered you. I already ordered it.
You reminded me a few days ago, and you're still probably going to remind me 20 times over the weekend. This is like normal. I want to throw you off and actually remember it on my own. All right. Lots of fun stuff coming up next week. Watch for it. And amazing stuff. We good? Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll have a lot of fun for you next week. So
totally. I'm looking for the show close. Here we go. Are we ready? I can't see it because I got the thingy. Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Doing it. Dance, folks, dance. I'm going to do the car stand. You'll learn to dance like that.
Aw, ain't he cute?
Svea, just say yes. For one in your life, during the show, just pay some respects to that homely face of Jar Jar Pickles.
Boo! Okay, guys. See you later.
You judge too much, girl.
No, I don't. Come on.
Yes, you do.
All right, whatever.
Shame.
Whatever.